Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and today I'm doing a slightly different topic, which is that of truly wireless earbuds. And I just wanted to find out what one of the best brands could offer based on similar prices, from a flagship device down to a mid-ranger that's on special offer. Both of these are on very special offer. The links will be in my description. They are fantastic to get for a brilliant price right now. This one's got about 40% off. This one has about 25% off. So follow those links. They're really, really good. And both devices are very strong. But I do want to just distinguish between the two. We're talking about the Liberty Pro 3s, and we've got the Space A40s from Soundcore. Both of them are good quality devices, but they both are quite nuanced and have differences between them. So let me explain to you which one I think you should consider, and then we'll go forward from there. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to move along quite quickly with this because it's a pretty obvious choice as to which one to go for. But the interesting thing is that this device normally go for around 130 euros. At the moment, they're priced at under 100 euros, which makes them really good value. So it's well worth considering these. And these are the Liberty Pro 3s. Now, these are the flagship devices. They look very, very cool. They're very unique in design. They are a good-looking pair of earphones when they're out of your ears. But the design is something I had a bit of a problem with. So let me explain to you why. So in terms of comfort, I found that these stuck out of my ears way too much. And they've got lots of adjustable parts. This rubberized area here is fully adjustable. And obviously the tip is obviously adjustable as well. But I found I could never quite get the right kind of fit. So that was something that was quite annoying for me, and it was quite significant as well, because in comparison to the Space A40s, these sit in really nicely and are very snug and actually very subtle as well. So in terms of comfort, which I think is probably one of the most important things, for me, it's the A40s that get comfort and subtleness as well. This one really feels like it's almost going to fall out. For me, it's definitely going to be the A40s. Now, connectivity is quite important. How well do they connect? These, seamless. Every time. They've both got 5.0 on the Bluetooth. This one connects straight away and stays connected. This one, for some reason, I found that there's an issue with charging, and one of the earphones can stay connected even though it's in the case. And I found that I've gone back to my phone, and suddenly I'm still connected to Bluetooth, and there's no sound on my phone because it's connected still to my earbud, which is then in my bag. So that doesn't make any sense. Don't know quite why that is. And as a result, one battery on one might die, and even though it's in the box, it's not charging. So I had that occur to me 3 times over the last 2 weeks. I just don't understand it. So connectivity was a bit of a problem with this one, and I actually would be determined to take that back, because that is quite a significant issue. With this, I haven't had any of that sort of problem. So the connection on this is very, very good. Now, the Soundcore app is very cool. It does allow you to really fine-tune and personalize the sound that you're getting from these. But where the difference really comes out is the sound quality. Now, what we're looking at here, you can see very clearly, is 2 quite differently sized earbuds. These ones are pretty big and therefore have larger drivers, and therefore you can really fine-tune in a better way than you can on these ones. Both of them allow you to set up HearID, which is really cool, but these ones I found made a big difference in terms of sound quality. I'd give these an 8 out of 10 for these, and these are 7.5, 7 out of 10 for these ones. So they were good. They do have ANC, which is active noise cancellation, and transparency mode. To cover that very quickly, I would say, unfortunately, they're both kind of on a par. This is about 1% or 10% better than this one, but they're not the best. Neither of them are the best that I've experienced, but they are pretty good. So you can definitely block out ambient sound. It's nice, quite relaxing. But I do find that the pass-through or transparency mode is very synthesized on both. It doesn't feel natural. It's not particularly useful in the sense that you kind of get this hissing sound as well, because it's pushing the sound through and using the microphones on the outside. So for me, it wasn't very, very useful. ANC was quite good. So it was okay, but it's just okay. In terms of volumes, how loud they can go, both are on a par. They don't go very loud, but because of the sound quality on this, on the Liberty 3 Pros, then you don't need it to go quite so loud. When you're in noisy environments as well, they are plenty loud. You're never going to have a problem hearing it adequately. You wouldn't want to have it on full volume because you'll end up damaging your ears. And there is plenty of bass in the mid-ranges, in the sort of 60-70% volume. So it works really, really well in that regard. And it's good quality. So the Liberty 3 Pros are great in around the 60-70 range. These can go plenty loud as well. You definitely get bass on these as well. But again, the quality of sound is still a little better on the Liberty 3 Pros. The mics are usable. But again, for some reason with these truly wireless ear tips, because it's so far away from the mouth, they tend to have a little bit of an underwater feel to them. So they pick up ambient sound a little bit too much. And then you've got some sort of bubbling or gurgling sounds, which sounds really, really odd. Again, the quality was slightly better on the Liberty Pros, but these were perfectly adequate, very understandable. You could definitely hear me. Because of the mic quality being slightly different, then it wasn't quite as clear. There was a little bit more confused sound around it. So the difference is, again, is about 10%. So I would say, in verdict from this, if you can get these at the same price as you can get these are worth it, but only if you don't mind them sticking out your ears quite a lot. I don't like that. I don't like the way that they jut out of the ears quite so much. I found them particularly heavy in my ears, so I wouldn't actually have them in there for more than an hour. These I found were way more comfortable, much lighter, much easier to forget. But as a result, you pay the price because the sound quality, the drivers inside here are just not as big. But for good to very good sound, this is excellent value for money, especially at the moment because they're on such a good sale price. These are a little better, but they're not as comfortable and they stick out your ears quite a lot. The software is the same. You're going to get the same software on your phone with both devices, but there's just a little bit more to play with because these are pro version earbuds. So of course, there's a little bit more on offer as well in terms of equalizing and so on. So it's a tough one. For me, I'm going to stick with the A40s because they're comfortable. The sound quality is good. The ANC is perfectly adequate. They're better value for money. And both have very cool wireless charging, which is super handy because I'll have my wireless pad on my desk. I can just sit them on there and it works really, really well. The other thing I was disappointed with was the connectivity issue in regards to not charging up whilst in the box. So that was really weird. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you've experienced before. They're both fully updated. There's no problem. I've always made sure it's connected to the pins because it's magnetized. But that hasn't really worked out very well. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Would love to hear it. If you've got them, tell me which ones you like the most. And otherwise, I'll see you very, very soon when I'm reviewing a really premium pair of earbuds very, very soon. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye for now.